G'day everybody, Matt here with Travel Tucker in Ubud in Bali, Indonesia. Ubud is not just famous for eat, pray, love and as a holistic and wellness centre. It's also a thriving marketplace with one of the biggest tourist markets in Bali. And you gotta watch out around here, otherwise you get run over. There's almost nothing you can't buy, whether it's statues or homewares, fertility symbols. I'll leave that one up to your imagination. Incense. Of course, the other thing about buying in Ubud is that you've got to barter for everything. So sharpen up your bartering skills, because without them you are not going to get too far and you're going to end up paying a ridiculously high price. Wherever possible, try to get the vendor to name the first price. Their favourite tactic will be to get you to name a price, and the only way that you're going to be able to get a bit of a gauge is to offer them something very low, which will usually be laughed at. Then from there they will state their price. A rule of thumb with bartering in Bali, or any Southeast Asian country for that matter, is to start your opening bid at about half of their stated price and work from there and see how good you really are. In a perfect world, you should have a fair idea of how much to pay before you go. And the other thing about Bali is there's nearly always some kind of construction going on, or in this case, destruction. Doesn't get a lot more random than Spider Duck or Captain Quack. No, I've got nothing. I tried. Everywhere you go here, you can get some fresh fruit if you're feeling like it. A fantastic selection of tropical fruits here in Bali, and I recommend you have a go. I'm going to grab a mango. Lovely lady is going to cut it up for me for $1. Terima kasih. Thank you. Okay, well, here we go. Look at that. Slice that up for me. Lovely, long. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Fresh fruit in the streets of Bali. Fantastic. In the Hindu calendar, it's an auspicious day. And what that means is that on an auspicious day, it's really good luck to be married, for example. And so all through Bali today, there are weddings, and it's been really impressive to see that, but none more so than what's going on in the Royal Palace here in Ubud, where there is a big wedding ceremony going on. Well, here we are at Babi Guling GUNG. That's on Jalan Suweta. It's actually about 100 meters up the road from Ibu Oka, and I'm not an expert in this. I don't think this is part of any kind of grand Babi Guling wars, but I do hear that some of the people who work here were originally with ibu oca. So we're going to give this one a shot and compare it to ibu ocas. Bring on the Babi Guling wars. Oh, that looks really good. So you can see we've got the crispy pork skin. And let's just move this around a bit so we can have a look, see what's going on here. Got pork with sambal, which will be lemongrass and chili. So over white rice, some crunchy bits, some blood sausage, yeah. Some little crispies on the side, I think that's shallots. And there's the Lawar. I don't know what to start with first. I think the skin. I think that's where it's at.
Honestly, it was intense. The first few days we came out here, we realized I was maybe more into the concept.
Can you hear that? Wow. That's like the best kind of pork crackling ever. Yeah, normally pork crackling has that sort of soft, a little bit of a fluffy, light texture because the skin's puffed up. Well, you can see, if you have a look at this, yeah, it's just, it hasn't done any of that. It's just crispy, crunchy, fat's rendered out of it, and that is just an absolute joy. I'm going to save some of this for later. So, got some crispy pork here as well. And that's just pig parts that have been deep fried. Really good. It's not as crispy as it looks, actually. A bit of an oily taste to it, but really strong porky flavour. Really delicious. Now dig in for some of this Lawar. Yeah. There's coconut, there's some beans in there, there's some chili in there, garlic, and some more of that. That's very delicious. A piece of blood sausage. I think that's a bit of a one-biter. Yeah, just tastes like a mildly spicy sausage. A little bit irony, but in a good way. Really nice. Yeah. Time to go in for a little bit of this pork. I think this piece has got my name on it. Wow, that's really tender. That just tore off. Lemongrass and chili, sambal on it. That's almost life-changing. That is so sweet and juicy, dare I say it, moist. The sambal over the top of that is just really works. It's not overly spicy. There's a lot of lemongrass in there that really accentuates the flavour of that pork. And it's just absolutely delicious. Let's try and get a bite with a bit of everything on it. So let's get some rice. Get some of that Lawar. Oh, and the shallots are really salty. Wow. Didn't expect that. That's just an outstanding bite of food. So let's try a bite with all of that deliciousness on a bit of pork, a bit of the Lawar. Yeah. Like most of the dishes I've tried in Bali over the last week, on their own, they're absolutely magnificent. But when you combine them together and combine them with rice, they're just next level. It's just so good. That is really, really satisfying. Makes me very happy. And now, saving the best till last. Here we go. Wow. That's the stuff right there. Wow, that was really filling and incredibly delicious Babi Guling here in Ubud. Now, the price, that was 45,000 rupiah or $4.50 Australian, which is about $3 US for that serve. So let's head on down to Ibu Okka's and see whose Babi Guling reigns supreme. Well, here I am at Ibu Okka's, the original store made famous by people like Anthony Bourdain. People like Andrew Zimmern have also been here, and yeah, this is pretty well renowned. You could argue it's world renowned, in fact. And so, of course, now we're going to see how it stacks up against yesterday's Babi Guling. Let's have a bit of a look, shall we? Oh, it all looks really delicious, I tell you. Now, for the sake of comparison, we're going to order the special. However, we've also got the separate one, which comes with the soup, which looks pretty good. Well, food has arrived and looks absolutely delicious. I also ordered the sop babi, which is the pork soup. Not to compare, but just because it looks really delicious. I think as far as the portions go, a little bit more generous here. So let's see how it is. There's lots of vegetables here. There's some potato, there's beans, there's spring onions, coriander, carrot. There's some pieces of pork in there as well. That looks really delicious. Okay. Let's have a try of the soup part first. Ooh. Salty, a little bit greasy. It's a fairly light pork flavour. I wouldn't characterise it as a rich pork flavour. The thing that comes through really strongly there actually is the fried shallots, fried spring onions. But very tasty, very tasty. Okay, let's go in for a piece of that delicious looking pork. Oh, look at this piece. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's really good. Yeah, that pork, yeah, pork meat is where it's at. It really is. And now, just a bit of a bite of everything, hey? Come on. Come on, there we go. Yeah. Again, mix it all up, and that's the best bite. Really good. It's light, a little bit greasy from the pork fat. But overall, fairly tasty. Not a lot of pork meat in it. Actually, there's only about 2 or 3 pieces, but yeah, pretty tasty, and for 10,000 rupiah, $1, you can't really go wrong. And now for the main event, the Babi Guling. I don't really need to go through this too much with you. I think it's got pretty much the same elements. You've got your pork crackling, got your rice, you've got the lemongrass and chili on the meat, bit of crispy pork there, your blood sausage, excuse my fingers, and your lawar on the side. You know we're going to do this first. That's pretty good. Maybe not as crunchy as the other one, but problem with any pork crackling is it can be hit and miss. Definitely not as crunchy as the other one. Well, let's go in for a piece of this crispy, and I can feel already that's very, very crispy. That looks really good. It's got a bit of crunch to it. That's really good. Got a bit of rice to go with that as well. Yeah. The rice really makes a difference there. And the thing about the rice is too that it's soaked up all of that lovely pork juice that's come out of the meat because it's so moist. The rice on its own, it's like a porky. Oh, the rice went flying there. Sorry. It's like a porky version of chicken rice, which is pretty damn amazing. Okay, let's get a bit of this lawar. Let's put it over here. A bit of the pork. Nice big forkful. All right, let's stick this in my gob. Oh yeah. Oh. That is so good. The lawar is very good. Very good, very coconutty. It's got good coconut flavour. But in that last bite, the thing that really, really shines is the sambal on the top, the lemongrass and chili. Really, really delicious. Yeah, that's a cut above the other one. As far as, to me, it's the sambal there. That makes all the difference. Now, the thing that's a bit different here, Dibuokas, is that they actually have a bit of the pork rib. You can see the bone in there. Bit of pork rib as opposed to just plain meat. Oh, that's fall apart tender. Juicy, a little bit fatty. Oh, that wasn't bone, it was just cartilage. Oh, yeah. Let's get some of that blood sausage. Okay, now apparently this is some extra chili to make it a bit more spicy. Now I am not a chili head. I'm definitely not a chili head. This has the chance to make me horribly unwell and leave me sitting on the toilet all day tomorrow. Crispy pork. Not too much there, not enough to blow my head off, but still a pretty good bite. Ooh. That's a nice oily chili hit. Not too hot on the way in. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah. That's hit the back of the throat like a ton of bricks. In a good way. But yeah, that does have a bit of kick to it. I don't think it improves the flavour at all. I think the flavour of the chili and the lemongrass sambal and that nice clean coconut flavour of the lawar doesn't really need anything extra, unless you're a massive chili head, which I'm not. I like it as long as it adds to the flavour profile. last rib. Oh, that's just falling apart in my mouth. That's amazing. Wow. Absolutely delicious. Wow. Tough choice to make. Big decision coming. Definitely. Well, as I just said, big decision to be made here. The price of the Babi Guling at Ubud doesn't include the tax, so once you've taken that into consideration, the special, which was the main meal I had there, comes out to about 60,000 rupiah or $6 Australian, which is about $4.50 US. Whereas the other restaurant, it was about 45,000 with no tax. So it depends what you're willing to pay, really. As far as I'm concerned, for the quality and the taste, Ubud does win the challenge. So in I guess Iron Chef style, whose cuisine reigns supreme, well, I think that gong has to go to Ubud this time around. Really, really good, really delicious, and if you want Babi Guling, you want the best Babi Guling, get into Ubud. They've got 3 establishments in and around Ubud. Just outstanding, outstanding food. Well, I just spent the afternoon back at my room, catching up on some emails and just chilling out, really. One of the great things about Ubud is it's a fantastic place just to relax in the greenery of wherever you're staying. But right now I'm heading up the main street to one of the local temples where a couple of nights a week they do a traditional Balinese dance. Last night I had the pleasure of seeing the Legong dance, and here's some highlights for you to have a look at right now. And the Legong dance is a traditional, almost ballet really, that the Indonesian people enjoy. It revolves heavily around their the mythology of the Hindu faith. So these shows go on almost every night in Ubud and are a very popular tourist attraction and are a fantastic way to familiarise yourself with the culture of the people. The shows usually start at about 7:30 and go through to about 9 o'clock. So, and all the restaurants are open till quite late in town too. So yeah, you can go to a show, have a meal afterwards, and have a great night out here in Ubud. Well, I managed to find where tonight's performance is located, but I'm about 40 minutes early. So I thought I might just stop off and have a little snack first. What do you reckon? Gado Gado is a Balinese dish consisting of vegetables, or they can be egg, as you can see, smothered in a delicious peanut sauce. So I don't mind telling you, I'm pretty excited to try this. Okay, so we've got prawn crackers, which are pretty bog standard. It's a tofu, some crispy tofu, tomato. There's an egg in there, and I'm not really sure what else is in the bottom of that. That's a bit exciting. A peanut sauce. That satay sauce is really peanutty with lots of fine chunks of peanuts. So all you guys out there with anaphylaxis, stay away, because this will put you in the ER. Oh, that's really good. Bit of an egg here, some more salad, Egg's still nice and warm. Oh, wow. I never would have thought of combining an egg with peanut satay sauce. That's outstanding. Okay, I'm not really sure what else is going on down here. Like a bit of a salad here. I think there's some cucumber there, some lettuce, bit of shredded carrot. So this is not the usual Gado Gado then that has a lot of boiled bits. It's sort of more of a salady version. I wasn't really expecting that, but yeah. Again, it's a combination that would not occur to me in real life, is chucking satay sauce on a peanut satay sauce on a salad. It's really good. Oh, and really good. That was really good. Not gonna lie. First time I've ever had Gado Gado, and really recommend it. Legit. When I get home, I'm going to add peanut satay sauce to every salad I make. Seriously, that's crazy. Okay, I apologise for the lighting. It's really dark here, but you got to check this out. Look at that. That is stunning. There's something a little bit creepy about coming into one of these beautiful old temples at night time. They're all lit up. As you can see, a lot of the carvings take on, I guess, a bit of a gargoyle aspect, which is pretty cool. Here we are for, I'm going to read this off a piece of paper so that I don't get it horribly wrong. It's the Kecak, Ramanaya and the Fire Dance.
Golden song with the harmony dance more strictly.
Well, that was pretty dramatic. I've seen fire walking, but I've never seen something like that. Decided to stop for a late night meal at WARUNG BIAHBIAH. Very well reviewed restaurant here in Ubud, and it's the first place that I've had a glass Coke bottle since about 1985. So we have ayam mee goreng, so chicken fried noodles. Pretty much a quintessential Balinese dish. Let's face it, you've got to have it at least once when you visit Bali. And with a side order of Babi Lawar. Now, Lawar is a coconut salad with, and Babi of course is pork, so it's a pork coconut salad.
Lần đúng không?
Ano ka mong get?
Lagi apa sendiri sih kenal.
Alright, let's have a go at this mie goreng.
Ramanaya đi cái này để làm phu.
That's really good. Yeah, sweet soy sauce, stir fried. Meat's nice and juicy. Vegetables are still a little bit crisp. Lots of flavour. You know, classic Balinese dish. Now, of course, as always, one of the things you've got to do is you've got to combine. So, there we go. Got a prawn cracker. Look at some mie goreng. Actually, that works really well because you've got the crunch from the cracker, the lovely soft noodles, and stir fry. Yeah, delicious. Now for the Babi Lawar. There's pork shredded with coconut there. Let's get a bite of this. Oh. Oh wow. Wow. That's really different to the Lawar that you get with the Babi Guling, which is pretty much mostly shredded coconut with some spices and a little bit of vegetable mixed in. That's big chunky pieces of pork with small pieces of shredded coconut just to sort of enhance the flavour of the pork. Oh, that is just outstanding. Seriously, that is really good. That might be my favourite dish of the two. That was a fantastic late night meal at WARUNG BIAHBIAH. Yeah, the mie goreng was delicious, but that Babi Lawar was, well, it was full of coconut, so I'll be picking it out of my teeth for a little bit. But wow, absolutely fantastic. So if you ever come to this place, definitely get the Lawar. You know, it's a pretty unique dish you're not going to come across in many other places in the world, and that is spectacularly tasty. Thumbs up. I'm going to leave the video there for now. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and click subscribe. I'm going to leave details for all this stuff below, and losing the light there. There we go. Have a good night. See ya.